Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
That's Jacob.
That's Alexandria.
That's Mickey.
Coming at you from DePoe House. Why do I always gotta start everything?
I don't know.
Anyway, so it's movie review time. What do we watch?
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. Ooh. It came out in 2013. It is 112 minutes long. It is rated R for sequences of disturbing violence and terror. It was produced by Tony DeRosa Grund, Peter Safran, and Rob Cohen. It was directed by James Wan. Stars Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson, Ron Livingston, and Lily Taylor. Synopsis, please.
What?
It's such an ordeal.
You're the synopsis man.
So, there's this family that moves into a new house that they bought at auction, and they begin to get haunted. Typical. So, the mother seeks out the help of these famous ghost hunters from back in the day called Ed and Lorraine Warren. And they,
We have heard of them.
we actually didn't before the movie. At least I didn't. But then, so the Warrens then come helping this family get rid of the ghosts, basically. It's very simple, actually. It's a very typical, haunted house.
What did you like?
Everything.
That narrows it down, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I liked the house. It was a nice big old house. I like old houses. Shut up. I like houses. What do you want?
That was your takeaway from the movie? You watched this entire movie and you're like, I like the house.
I like the house. But it was creepy. The whole movie was creepy. It had a very, very good atmosphere. And this one was actually scary. Unlike most of the other ones, like all the other ones so far. This one was actually, scary.
No shit. It's the Umpkin. Shh. Umpkin. We're gonna call you Umpkin. Ouch.
I liked the family dynamic, too. Everybody felt...
I didn't say anything. Keep talking.
Everybody felt like they were actually, related or siblings or whatever. There was just a good dynamic between all of the cast.
Good chemistry.
Yeah, and good chemistry between Patrick and Vera, who played the Warrens. And I just like them in general. They're really good actors. I don't know, I just liked everything. It was a really well done movie.
Alexandria, what did you like? So everything and nothing? What?
No, wait, I liked it. I really do. This is my favorite horror movie.
Another
This is my favorite horror movie. Maybe I might like the second one a little bit better, but they're the same universe.
They're both very good.
Yeah.
Anywho.
What did I like? I liked the creep factor. When I first saw this, it really genuinely was creepy to me. And that doesn't happen a lot with horror movies anymore with me.
We're desensitized, apparently.
So I liked that. I liked that there was good atmosphere. I liked that there's a lot of symbolism that they had in there. Oh my gosh, symbolism. I turned to an English teacher.
Theater teacher. Theater. Movie teacher. I don't know. Script teacher.
No.
You just turned to a teacher.
And I liked... I can't put into words the elements that I liked, but there were a lot of these different elements that were played out throughout the entire movie in different parts, and I really liked that, but I can't articulate what those elements actually were. I liked how it felt like a genuine family, every interaction felt genuine. That could be all the actors, it could be the script, it could be both. But everything felt just so genuine. I like that it was based off a true story. I like Ed and Lorraine Warren because the Warrens are so cool. And
You also had never heard of them before this movie.
I like that it still scares me today. Not as much, but jump scares still get me. There are not that many in there though. There's maybe one or two, but they still get me because
There's a few.
I jump so easily. And I liked, the makeup and stuff on like everyone. I liked all the ghosts. There were like 4 ghosts. I guess Rory didn't have much of a makeover, but the 3 women ghosts were all fantastically creepy, and I loved them.
Are you done?
No. Yes.
Yes, it was super creepy. We like super creepy. Apparently, we're a creepy family. And I like, I think exactly. I like that first of all, that when the stuff first started happening, that pretty much everybody experienced something, but they were able to brush it off to some rational explanation, or just, whatever, that's just the house selling, or whatever, they were able to just kind of brush it off. They all experienced it.
That normal people would come to.
Right. And not really giving it a second thought. I also like that they gave a reason why the family could not leave, because there's other movies where, stuff is happening and you're like, just leave then, and they don't, and they never give a reason why they don't.
Not a good enough reason.
Right, so this gave a really good reason, and it was a very legit reason, and I like that.
Money. They had all of their money tied up in this house.
And they're a family of 7. What are you gonna do?
Right, exactly. I think, like Alexandria was saying, that they had genuine reactions to each other. And I can't think of an example right now, and I was writing in the dark, so I couldn't really write.
I know you liked when the mother came running as soon as she heard one of her girls screaming, instead of just waiting.
Literally drop whatever was in her hand.
Because most movies use that trope where they stop and listen. Oh, is that my kid screaming? Oh, it is. Maybe I should run after them. They always have that beat there before they actually go check on the child. So I like that she just immediately just dropped everything, just ran. Because that's what you would do. If you hear your child screaming, you're dropping everything, you're running. You're not going to sit there and listen to make sure.
Like, isn't
I mean,
my kid...
you might a split second, but not as long as most movies have it out to be. And also whenever she runs into is it the banister or whatever, the table or something?
It was the
And they're playing hide and clap.
Yeah, that's how I would react.
All of her reactions are very much a you reaction.
Who knew? Maybe James Wan was stalking me. It's like, I like this characteristic. She reacts this way. I like that. Just kidding. It's very suspenseful, scary, excellent casting. What did you not like?
Nothing really.
I knew he was going to say that.
Well, it's a really good movie, and even though
it's a really good movie,
it's a very basic synopsis, quote unquote, it's a simple, setup. It was just done very, very well.
Yeah, James did an excellent job on this. You?
There was only one real thing I didn't like, and it was, how the heck did you end up with 5 kids? Why did you stop after 2? And they all came out female. That's, oh my gosh, that poor family. I know this is based off true events, and that's actually what the family, they actually had 5 girls. But bruh, 3 maximum. But after that, you really need to stop.
I wonder if they kept trying for a boy, and that's why.
It could be.
Would stop after 3. I'd give up. I'd be like, no, we're not having a boy.
I'd stop after 2.
At 3 maximum. I would probably actually not even try. And then the only thing that I don't really like, because that was just a joke, but the only thing that I didn't actually really like is that at the end, spoilers, so if you don't want spoilers, cover your ears, is that the mom took 2 of the daughters back, but she took the youngest and then the middle child, and she just kind of skipped over the second youngest, and I thought that was weird, because usually they go for the youngest ones, which would make sense for when she got the youngest one, but then to get the middle child felt a little, why that one? Why'd you go for her?
Right.
Maybe because she was the one that was grabbed.
I know, but all of them experienced something. I mean, the second youngest was led by ghosts.
By Rory, though, but I'm thinking that maybe, I think it was Christine was the middle child, I think, because maybe the one that grabbed her was
if we're going off of that logic, then Bathsheba also tackled the oldest one.
Yeah.
And then the youngest one didn't experience anything from Bathsheba. All her experiences were Rory.
I don't know. Minor thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then Nancy got like nothing except for the hair pull.
Anything else?
No, it
Yeah.
was a great movie. Yeah,
I
Besides
agree.
that little.
And I just have a couple of minor things as well that kind of was like, what? So they complained, like when the first night there, it's cold, it's freezing in here, but yet the girls continually sleep with their feet out of the blanket.
Well,
Or
the
at
one
least-
does.
Yes,
and then
the
Nancy
one.
has her blanket way down here.
Right. If it's, I'm up, the blankets are up to here. So
You
if
get
it's
cold easily though,
But
so
anybody, if you're cold, you're going to pull those blankets up. So obviously, it was supposed to continually be cold, like they were never supposed to be able to warm the house up, but they still slept that way. So I mean, I feel like they should have corrected that, and if she still could have had her foot pulled, even if it was underneath the blanket. You could have reached up under there and pulled. So
That's
again,
what
that was
happened
that was a
with
minor
Judy.
thing. Also, when Mom is turning the key on the toy box, whatever that is, that little
the little music box.
music box, she barely turned it, and it
Just-
goes and goes and goes and goes. So I feel like that was a cheat, and I feel they could have done better for that. I mean, come on, James, you're good. You don't need to do that. And then whenever Christine wakes up and she's terrified, it's someone behind the door, and then Nancy gets up and investigates, and even though the door shuts, it slams by itself, she's not freaked out in the least, not even a little bit. The parents come in and she's all calm, cool, and collected, like, I don't know why she's freaking out. Maybe because the door just slammed by itself. I don't know. And then one more thing was that when all the pictures fall off the wall in the hallway, everybody's bedroom's right there. Nobody wakes up. There's this big, loud, crashing noise. Nobody wakes up. So those are my
Oh, that
only
was the thing that jump scared me.
those are the only things that I have a complaint about, because I feel like somebody of James Wan's caliber, that is hard to say, it's too many S's, but that, he should have
Wait.
seen to those little details. James Wan's, anyway, okay.
I think that's more nitpicking though.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, because I'm in a writing class now, and so I'm always thinking stuff like this now. Anyway,
I'm not.
about actors and characters.
You started us
Oh
off.
my gosh. Everybody was good. I don't think anybody was bad. No, shut up. I did not. I really like Patrick and Vera as the Warrens. They have a really good chemistry together.
Mhm.
They play off of each other very well.
You would believe that they were actually married and,
Yeah.
and in love.
They're very, very good. They're very convincing. And I also liked the two parents of this family as well.
Yes.
Lily Taylor's very good. She's very good as a mom, like with the
Yeah.
reactions. And even there was another one where at night when the older one, when the middle one, Christine, freaked out when her leg was grabbed. Mom woke up, heard for a second, and she immediately knew which daughter was screaming.
Because you learn the sounds of your kids.
So that was really good. And the dad, he was good too. He wasn't in it quite as much, and I don't think as much stuff happened to him, really. So there's only so much you can do whenever things are not happening to you. But he was a good dad. And all the kids, all the girls did very well, I think. So just everyone was really good.
Yeah. Good child acting in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
especially
think it was
Christine,
really bad.
Joey King.
You feel bad?
No.
What?
I'm trying to say something. He just keeps talking. I'm like, okay, are you done yet or what? I thought you were. So I started talking, and then you just keep talking. I'm like, okay. No, I felt like none of the actors were actually bad. Like, probably the worst might be Judy's actress. But there was only like,
Are you kidding?
no, only for like a split second. There was a split second where I wasn't quite believing her acting. But then, like the very next scene, I was like, okay, never mind. I'm believing her again.
Where?
Wait, no. Never mind. Go ahead. You can say.
The scene where she's locked in the room with Annabelle, I felt like she was screaming and stuff like that, but she didn't look as terrified as she did after she left the room. Like once the parents came and opened the door, she looked scared. She looked she looked like she was genuinely genuinely crying because her cheeks were all red and stuff like that, and tears were just, and I was like, okay, she's actually crying right there. So that could be why that was so believable. I was like, okay, this girl's crying. But when she's actually in the room, it's like, she wasn't quite getting to the believable level, in my opinion. But all of them are still really good, which again is hard when it comes to children actors.
It's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah. And then, oh my gosh, I love Patrick and Vera. They are such great actors. Like, they are such great actors. I can't stress that enough. I haven't seen them in much, but everything I've seen them in, I'm like, mwah, chef's kiss. You guys are, like, the example of how to act. I don't know. I just love it, especially Vera. Oh my gosh, she's such a great actress. Like,
Didn't
oh
she
my
say
gosh.
that for Annabelle Comes
I
Home?
think
Oh my
so. And then, yeah, I like their characters.
Are you done simping yet?
No. I liked the characters too. Like, the Warrens are both very likable characters. They're very warm characters, and they just seem like super friendly and super approachable, and they're just like, chill, laid back people that you could have a conversation with. I think that's nice in a horror movie. And then, yeah, all the characters were good. We don't get to see much of some of the kids. Like, the eldest we only see so often. And when we first see her, she's nothing but angst.
70s angst.
Yeah.
Because this took place in 1971.
And then, like, the second youngest we don't see much of. And then Nancy we don't see much of. But, like, the middle child and the youngest, yeah, we see a lot of them. And they're good. Jo King is good at screaming and acting like she's literally about to die. And then, yes, the parents were also
You
very
talked about me,
lovely.
keep going.
But I didn't pause and stop like you did.
Because my thoughts come in segments.
And yes, Lily Taylor.
Yes.
Lily Taylor. She's good. She is a really good mom. Like, she is so believable as a mom. And the other guy was kind of fun.
The other guy?
He was kind of fun. Oh yeah, and the cop! I forgot about the cop. The cop was hilarious. He adds that, like, nice, like, that little bit of humor that you need in this kind of movie. That's like, when there's so much suspense, you kind of need a little break. And he added that little break. And then Drew was, he was there.
He was far out.
He didn't do a lot, but he was nice from
Oh my
himself.
gosh, wait till she's done.
I know.
I'm done, I swear.
Oh my goodness. Well, like they said, they were so believable. The chemistry between everyone was really good. I think it wasn't quite up to par between Lily and Ron.
Yeah.
But overall, the chemistry was really good. And but that lack of chemistry between them, I think, lended to the fact that he probably harbored a little bit of resentment for having to move out there, now it's making it difficult for him to do his job as a truck driver. He's not getting as many runs, so that might lend to that. So I mean, I can buy that.
Maybe. Also, maybe being a truck driver, you're not going to be with your family for long periods of time, right?
Right, so you should be more loving, you would think. But anyway, I digress. The mom is totally relatable.
To you.
And she looked around the house when, in the middle of the night, when she heard some noises, and she looked around the house like a normal person would. You freaking turn your light on like this. You reach around the corner and flip that light on, and then you look. You don't go bolden.
What?
You don't go running in there boldly and then turn the light on after you're in the room. No, you sneak in there. You turn the light on first so that it hides all the shadows.
Bolden?
I don't know.
Bowling.
I am so tired, y'all. I get no sleep
It's
anymore.
like bowling, just
Yeah, into
Okay.
there. Taylor, Vera, and Patrick, fabulous actors. Ron is great. He totally looked like a 70s dad. I mean, I totally bought that whole shebang right there. He was a 70s dad. And can we just acknowledge, like she was saying, how terrified Judy looked in that scene? Like, I mean, and I thought she did pretty well in the room as well. I mean, she was only, what?
I don't know.
7, 8, something like that.
Something like that. So just a little girl. I mean, thought she did fairly well in that. And then also Joey King and her, like, she is extremely, you believe every second of it, that she is terrified, that she is scared to death. She is really good. Okay, overall thoughts. This is taking long.
Yeah. I love this movie. This one and the second one too. They're both super, super good. We'll get the second one later. Guess what's next?
I bet you'll never figure it out.
Yeah, I really like this. Is easily one of my favorite horror movies of all time, I think. I would even argue that it's probably even scarier than The Exorcist.
I would 100% say that.
Well, because The Exorcist has such a...
We're not going to talk about The Exorcist right now. I'll get into
We'll get there.
I'll
We'll
get
get there.
into my spiel about The Exorcist when we get to it.
But it's infamous and it has often been called the scariest movie of all time. So anyway, but I would argue that this is actually scarier.
And it was based on a true story as well.
Yes, and I think that adds to this.
This one was more based, like, more of it was based on a true story than The Exorcist was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Exorcist was just like a basic outline.
Broadly, yeah.
Anyway, maybe that's controversial. I don't know. But I think it's scarier than Exorcist. Anyway, I like it. Hard eyes.
We are not to the rating yet.
Whatever, hard eyes.
Simpy number 2. Okay.
I regret teaching you that word.
We might spend too much time together. I don't know.
A little bit.
What is this? Where are we at?
Overall thoughts.
Oh, okay. I was like, I had it and then I completely forgot it when we started talking about
I
Synopsis.
know, here we go again.
I love this movie. It's so creepy. It's so fun. It's a great movie to show your friends that don't really watch scary movies because it scares them, but it's also, you know, like, good. Like people that don't like horror movies, you show them this movie because this is a genuinely good horror movie. Like, it's done so well. The acting is so well. The plot is amazing. Even though, again, like he said, it is such a simple plot line, it is done amazingly. So everything about it is super good. It's a great movie. I love it.
Yep. Same. I feel though that the opening sequence, and it's not against this film particularly, but they use that opening sequence in 2 other movies in this franchise, and I feel that was overdone. They could have done it in whatever one that led up to this movie, and that should have been it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been in the other movie, I feel.
I think it wasn't needed at that point.
No, I don't think so. Oh my gosh, Christine looked under the bed. What kid in real life looks under the bed? Why are the kids always in movies brave? I would never have looked under the bed if I was terrified and thought something might be under there. I wouldn't have even gotten out of bed. I would have pulled those covers up over my head. I'm hidden so you can't see me, right? I was 18 years old and did that.
Movie logic.
I did get out of the bed and check the noise. But whenever I heard somebody sigh behind me, I took off, jumped in my bed, and pulled them covers up. I'm 18 years old. I'm still doing it. So
In case you didn't know that ghost story we told was about her.
it really happened. Anyway, so I don't know. I
would have like thrown something at Nancy and then
Right.
jumped into her, like went from my bed and just jumped onto her
You
bed.
have
and like,
somebody else in the room with you. Wake them up. Say, yo, I heard something. Go check it out.
or come with me so we can check it
Especially
out. So
since
I'm
that
not
one was
alone.
the older one. The older one's supposed to protect the younger one, right? Why are kids always brave in movies? Even in Poltergeist, that kid looked under the bed. He regretted it too. But anyway, I just think that's funny. But I did love this movie, and I've seen it so many times, and every single time I enjoy it. Every single time it creeps me out. I don't get as scared the first time. Before I saw it, I worked with somebody who had seen it in the theaters, and she was going about how scary it was, and I thought, oh, well, you know, because up until that time, I'd watched all the Netflix horror films, and, you know, they're what they are. So, when we watched it,
Darkness.
I really wasn't expecting much because I've been so disappointed in horror films, but this film gave me hope for the horror genre. I thought, okay, we're getting back to how it should be done. So thank you, James Wan, for The Conjuring. Yes.
Thank you for being such an amazing director.
Yes. Please, please, please direct more horror films. Jacob likes slashers. I'm okay with slashers. Like, I like Freddy and Nightmare, or no, that's the same one.
Same one.
I think I like Friday the 13th. I mean, I like those. They're okay. But
Oh no.
They're
You know.
iconic for a reason.
But, just in general, I prefer supernatural horror. So please, James Wan, do more supernatural horror. Or teach classes so other
Mhm.
people can do it too. All right, rating now.
Alright, I already said that.
You want to change it?
No.
What?
They're doing work in the house.
Okay.
There's a giant bug in here or something. All right, you, ma'am?
Big hard eyes as well, because I love it.
Same. We love this movie. I do. I love this. Is one of my all-time favorite movies. Definitely. If you have not seen this, and I cannot believe that anybody might not have seen this, but it's possible.
I mean, if they don't like horror movies.
Right. Even if you don't like horror movies, just watch this because, like Alexandria said, it is so well done. So watch this movie. I encourage you to watch this movie. Like, there's no swearing really in it.
It's
Except
minimal.
for the S word.
Oh yeah, and there's no
It's
like
minimal.
T and A in it. It's just good, wholesome, scary fun.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
I may be a little bit demented, but it's how I grew up. I don't know. I grew up on horror films, so
It's a
I'm
good
passing it
horror
on.
movie to watch with your family.
it is. It really is. I mean, it's got kids in there. It's got a dog. We won't talk about the dog, but there was a dog in there.
Was.
Past tense.
Yeah. So that's what we thought about The Conjuring. If you've seen it, let us know what you thought, and if you would recommend it as highly as we do.
If you don't, I question you.
What?
You gotta say your
Like, share,
spiel.
comment, subscribe.
She said it. I don't need to.
It's your job, though.
Yeah.
No. Don't give them raspberries. Just say what you're supposed to say. So-
Never mind. Don't subscribe. Just forget it.
We need 1,000 subscribers. So until Wednesday when we do a game video, that's Alexandria
That's Jacob.
on the cord.
That's Mickey.
Toodles.
Okay, bye. I gotta cut this off.